Hey everybody, my name is Kyle and this is Great 28 on Track by Track. All this month I'm highlighting one great album a day, and today we're at day 5. That's letter E, of course, and the band and album that I've selected is one that I'm pretty sure has had a permanent spot on every MP3 player, iPod, or iPhone I've ever owned. It's the 1991 self-titled debut album by Electronic. For those of you that aren't familiar with Electronic, they were a sort of new wave supergroup formed by Bernard Sumner of New Order and Johnny Marr of the Smiths. A few tracks also feature Neil Tennant and Chris Lowe from Pet Shop Boys. In fact, if you heard the first single by Electronic, Getting Away With It, you'd be forgiven for thinking that it was the Pet Shop Boys singing, since Neil Tennant's trademark vocals are so prominently featured. Interestingly enough, that single was released nearly a year and a half before the album itself was completed. I'd forgotten about that delay until now. I had the CD single and the album when they each came out, but I didn't remember the delay between the two. But I think that has a lot to do with how, in my opinion, there was so much better music on the whole album than what the single would suggest. I liked Getting Away With It well enough, but I was really blown away when I heard the rest of the album. See, there's lots of alt-rock bands out there, and then there's plenty of synth-based groups as well. We talked about Depeche Mode in the last video, for example. But I think it's rare to see a group that so perfectly blends guitar and synth in a way that doesn't sacrifice the unique qualities of either instrument. Just listen to Idiot Country, the opening track on the album. The song kicks things off with a blast of Johnny Marr's wah-wah guitar before quickly handing off to Bernard Sumner's synths and drum machines. The production is fantastic here. I know that so much of the electronics of Electronic are programmed rather than actually performed truly live, but the way that Marr blends in with the mix makes it sound like a space-age jam band. Electronic went on to record 2 more albums together, but neither of those seemed to recapture the sort of lightning in a bottle of their debut. It's been over 20 years since their third and presumably final record, and I'm okay with that. After all, we've seen 3 New Order albums since then, and Johnny Marr has released 2 outstanding solo albums, with a third one on the way this year. So even though their collaboration seems to have faded into supergroup history, we've continued to be rewarded with new music from their separate efforts. But man, that first album together was close to perfection. And that's why I'm including it in the Great 28. Once again, my name's Kyle and this is Track by Track. Be sure to click subscribe so you don't miss the next episode of Great 28 and many more videos to come. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.